Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna do a different video today, a video I have not done before, and it is makeup that I never use. Basically, they are dust collectors. And I watched Drea, which I love her, by the way. I'm gonna leave her channel link down below. She's just really down to earth and real, and those are the type of people that I really like watching on YouTube. I really fell out of love with a lot of YouTubers, especially the bigger ones. There's maybe like a handful of the bigger YouTubes that I still watch, but she is amazing and I love her channel, so I'm gonna link it down below. Now, I don't think she was the original girl who thought of this idea. I think her name was Kelsey. I will leave her channel down below as well too, because I want to give them credit because they're the ones that thought of this idea. So yeah, I'm basically going to go through my collection and just tell you guys why I don't use some of these products. Maybe I still like them. I guess it'd kind of be like a regrets video or like an anti-haul kind of thing, but like all into one, if that makes sense. So I have a very big collection. There's a lot of makeup that I really don't use, which is really sad, and I even got rid of a lot of makeup too. So yeah, that basically tells you how much I have in my collection. Anyways, if you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lisa. I hope that you guys hit that subscribe button, and if you liked this video, thumbs it up for me, and let's just jump right in. I tried to pick a little bit from like every category, like, well, most categories anyways, but I think I will do this video again because there is a lot more in my collection that I don't use. So I thought I would start off with some foundations. There is two foundations that have been sitting in my drawer, and I have my reasons why. The first one is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. When I first purchased this, I really loved it, but my skin has changed dramatically since I bought it, and this just does not work for me. And I feel like the shade, like I even exchanged it for a different shade, and I feel like it was just kind of off for me, and it still is. I've been going through my foundation collection trying to see what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. This is one of them, which is so, oh, it makes me so sad because it's just so expensive. Like, foundations are not cheap, and if I want to give this to somebody else, it might not match them, so sometimes it kind of gets stuck in the corner. Or I could mix it in with other foundations, but this one here, just the consistency, it's a little bit on the thicker side. I don't see how this would be good with other foundations, but I could try it. The other one is by Milani, which so many people love, and I'm just not one of them. I used it twice, and both times I was like, no. Like, I wanted to basically wash my face, that, like, as soon as I was done applying it, I wanted it off my face. The color is off. They do not have a good color selection. I got mine in the shade Light Beige, which is 03. It's slightly too dark for me. I could mix it in with other foundations, but honestly, I just don't like the way this feels on my skin. So that is why I never use the Milani Concealer Perfect. It just didn't work out. I have a few drugstore products that I don't use anymore, and I will start off with the NYX palettes. One is a highlighting palette and one is the blush palette. Now, I do like these. I think they're great for drugstore. They are a little bit pricey, in my opinion. I don't think they are worth $30. Here in Canada, I'd rather spend the extra 10 or 20 on a higher end one. But they're not bad, but I just don't reach for them because I do reach for more of my higher end products. So that is why these never get touched anymore. I'm gonna be giving them to my cousin because I know she really wanted to try both of them, and I think it's gonna work great for her because, like I said, it's still a very good product. But like, if you look at these shades in the highlighting palette, like, I really only use maybe 3 shades in here, and that is basically the top, the 3 top ones. And I never use this lavender shade or like this like yellow gold. It just doesn't suit my skin tone, so that is why I don't use it. But these are really pigmented. Like, it's got great pigmentation for a drugstore product. My favorite highlighting palette would be the one by Physicians Formula in the square. What are those called? I'll leave a picture. But those are like the best drugstore highlighters. So if you want to try one of them, definitely try that one. And the NYX blush palette, it's really nice. Like, it's got great pigmentation, and I like the color selection in here. You got these pretty pinks and some mauves and some neutral colors and this beautiful like tangerine orange color, and I like it, but I'm a blush hoarder. Not gonna lie, I love my high-end blushes, and sometimes I just have a really hard time reaching for my drugstore ones. Like they have to be, like I have some great drugstore blushes, but they just still don't beat my high-end ones, you know? So I love blush so much, but great palette. It just collects dust. Another one is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Bake, Brighten and Set Loose Finishing Powder. I did a review on this. I'll link it down below for you guys. Again, it's not a bad product. It didn't blow me away. It does settle into my lines a little bit, but most powders do, but this one does a little bit more. The color of it has a yellow tone to it, which is good. Like I find this to be very brightening on my skin tone, but I think anybody lighter than me, you're gonna notice this a little bit more on your skin. It's just not gonna match, it's not gonna blend, and yeah. And honestly, like I have a ton of loose powders that I don't even use. Like I really need to just go through those too. There's maybe 2 or 3 that I really love, and the rest it's like, I don't even know why I keep buying them, but I have a big collection of loose setting powders and I only use like 2 of them. So yeah, I mean, if you want to give it a try, I would say try it, because like I said, I don't think it's a bad product. It's just something that I don't reach for. I have 2 Wet n Wild products. I like them both. Again, I don't reach for them because number one, this is a highlighter. It's a beautiful highlighter. It looks like this, and you can use them individually, or you can just use the whole thing. But when I touch this, it feels very chalky, and you know, I used it a few times and I was like, yeah, you know, it's nice, but it's nothing like special. I mean, for the price, it's good, but again, it's just not something that I would reach for. I rather reach for like my Becca or my Makeup Geek. I love the Makeup Geek highlighters. And those are actually quite affordable. I don't really recommend this one. It's not my favorite at the drugstore, so it's just kind of chalky feeling, and it's not powdery, but well, it's a little bit powdery. I just don't reach for it. And the other one is the Wet n Wild Contour Palette, which is a great product. I love it. When I first got it, I used it almost every single day for like a whole month. And I mean, you can see a couple dips in there. This works for me more in the winter time. It's a little bit too bright for me in the summer because I'm a little bit darker, so I feel like it just brightens my under eyes like too much. And this one's actually a very good contour shade. I think, you know, it blends really nicely, but it doesn't last on me, and I think that's another reason why I don't really reach for this. But I mean, if you're on a budget, I would definitely give it a try. But yeah, I'm gonna keep this out. And if I find that I'm not reaching for it that often, I'm just going to give it to somebody else that will. I'm gonna stick with my drugstore products. I have 2 lip products that I don't reach for. Again, it's by NYX Cosmetics. It's the Liquid Suede Cream Lipsticks, and they look like this. I don't like the packaging. It's just too bulky. It takes up too much room in my collection. And although the colors are very pretty, I'm not a big fan of the formula. This one is in Tea and Cookies. And this one is called Soft Spoken, which I know a lot of people really like this one, but again, I'm just not a big fan of the formula. I find them to flake on me, which I'm not a fan of when it comes to liquid lipsticks. Yeah, so that is why I don't reach for these beautiful colors, but the formula, Moving on to some higher end products, I have 2 blushes by Meryl Norman, and I have not touched these since I got them, which was probably almost 2 years ago. I don't reach for them because I reach for more of my higher end blushes, or just like my all-time favorite blushes that I use on a daily, not a daily basis, but like I rotate out of my collection, and these just kind of get left behind in the back, and I think that's why I really don't reach for them. I think they're really nice. These are the Lasting Cheek Color, and they do last a really long time on me. Sometimes blushes can fade because I have oily skin, so sometimes it's just not there anymore. So this one's in, I think this was the first one I got, Shell Pink. And this does have a little bit of shimmer in there. It's pretty, but I like the other one better that I'm going to show you. I think I'm going to be passing that one along, but this one is in Dusty Rose, which is a beautiful mauve. It's, yeah, it's like a mauvey brown color, which is totally up my alley. And these are, they're very soft, not creamy, but just like a soft powder. And they have good pigment, pretty nice. I don't know if you guys can see, I'll do a close-up of that. Very pretty. So I'm gonna pull this one out on top of my other blushes so that I use it a little bit more. I have two, I have two Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, which came in a pack of 3. I don't know why I have 2. Where did the other one go? I don't know. But I thought that I would use these more when I first got them because I'm not really into cream products. And the reason why I thought I would use this is because it has a wand. So I figured it's just, instead of me using my fingers, I can just like apply it on and then use like a beauty blender to blend it out. But no, I maybe used it like twice. And they already have a funky smell to them because I believe this was like almost 3 years ago. At least 3 years ago. And that's when like Becca was well known for their skin perfectors, the liquid one, which I love the liquid version in like the tube. I like to mix it in with my foundation every once in a while. Those I really like. But I think these expire too because they're in a smaller packaging, and I mean, it's a liquid, so they will go bad faster than something that's in a solid form. So yeah, these are probably just gonna be straight in the garbage. And the rest are all palettes actually. So I'll start off with this one. This is by Sleek Makeup in Solstice. Highlighting palette Solstice. Now this one was very popular here on YouTube, and I think that is the reason why I purchased it. And I was so on the fence on getting it. I'm like, do I need it? No. And then Jaclyn Hill talked about it, and I'm like, okay, I need it. And then a couple of my friends said, yes, you need it. And I mean, it's so pretty and it's so nice, and it really is a nice highlighter. Like if you want your highlighter to stand out, girl, like definitely try out this palette. But oh man, these are nice. They're a little bit sparkly, just a little bit. There they are right there. Beautiful colors, good everyday colors, but just a little bit too shimmery for me. So I do have to use my beauty blender and just kind of tone it down with that. Yeah, I don't know. It has a cream product too. I never reach for the cream products, and I hate when they mix a cream with a powder in a palette because it just gets messy and dirty. It is nice. It was pricey because Sleek is a little bit more expensive to ship here in Canada. I got this on Amazon, but it still wasn't cheap on Amazon either. But I know this is pretty affordable in the US, I'm thinking. So I like their products. I really want to try their blushes. I've never tried any of their blushes or their eyeshadows. If you guys recommend any, let me know in the comments down below. Moving on to the next product, and I tell myself every single year, you don't need it, you don't need it, you don't need it. Sure enough, I see my friends buy it. I keep looking at it on the website. There's some great reviews. They're really well known for their blushes. So I told myself I needed it, and I got it. So it is the Tarte Color Wheel, and this was the one from the last holiday. You guys, I don't even use the 3 that I have in my collection, which are great. I'm not a big fan of their single blushes, although there is one. It's called Risque. If you don't have that one, you need that one. That's like one of my top blushes. It is so good. I don't know what happened to the other ones, but that one is like, it's so good. So the Color Wheel. I think the reason why I kind of talked myself into it is because I do have the other ones from the previous holiday collection, so I feel like I need to collect them all. And I don't know why I think that way, but I do with a lot of products, like say like the Naked palettes. I at one time needed all of them, and now I got rid of like 2 of them. And now they came up with a new one, and I'm telling myself I don't need that one either because I have so many warm palettes. I bet you'll end up getting one. I bet you guys. So yeah, here, okay, so here's last year's. I think another reason why I purchased it is because they have it on both sides this year, last year. Even though they're smaller, I'm never gonna go through one. Who cares if they're small, right? You got all these color choices. So yeah, I mean, I probably only used maybe 2 colors out of this whole palette. 2. I'm gonna go through my other ones. I'm gonna see which ones I'm going to keep, and I might just sell this one because if I don't reach for it, it's just gonna collect dust. 2 more, the Tarte Pro palette. I have the Tarte in Bloom, and I have the other one that they released right after. And now they're releasing another one. I just can't keep up, and I'm one of those impulse buyers. When I see it, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get you. Yeah, I can't be like that anymore. I am better. I used to be way worse, so I am proud of myself. But yeah, this is really nice. It is. It's nice. I just don't reach for it. And sometimes I look at it and I'm like, what do I want to do? Do I want to do a warm eye? Do I want to put any of those like shimmers on my eyelid? Like I honestly, like I look at this and I don't know what eye look to do. Like I feel like I'm reaching more for palettes that don't have so many shades. I think that's why I don't reach for it. It smells so good. It smells like chocolate. It really does smell like chocolate. Beautiful palette. I love the color Whimsy, which is right there. A beautiful like rusty orange, you know, one of those really nice warm colors for the shade. I love like Drama, which is this like beautiful plum shade. These shades here are just okay for me. They don't make your eyes stand out the way that I want them to, so I always have to add something on top. I mean, I like it. It's a beautiful palette. I think if you're gonna get any of the Tarte palettes, I think this is the one to get. I think you'll use it more because it has all the shades that they have in the like other palettes. Well, they're similar anyways, but it's nice. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with it. I'm probably gonna keep it, but we'll see. And the last but certainly not least is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. I'm such a huge fan of Nicole Guerrero. She is so down to earth and a YouTuber that has not changed since day one, and I've been following her since she started her channel. That's how long I've been watching her. So I was so excited when she was coming out with the Glow Kit because I love the Anastasia Glow Kits, especially, what is that one? Let me get it. I have like the worst memory ever, but this one's my favorite one and it's called That Glow. I just feel like these out of all the other palettes are creamy, pigmented, and they're just the shades that I wear, and I feel like they're more buttery than the other ones. So I love this palette. It is so good. If you're gonna get one, definitely get this one. So when I seen it in person, I looked at it and I opened it and I'm like, oh, look at all that glitter. There is not one single shade in here that doesn't have glitter in it. And I don't understand why. I didn't think that she was a glitter person. Like, I know she likes glitter every once in a while, but I thought maybe she would add like something in there. Like, even when I'm opening it up, it's like everywhere. That's all I see is like glitter on top of this palette. And the colors are so beautiful. It's such a beautiful palette. But every time I wear it, I just see glitter all over my face. I don't see it just on my cheekbones. I see it like in my like cheeks right here. I see it on my forehead. I see it on my chin. I see it on my neck. Like, I see it everywhere. So that is why I don't reach for this, but I love her so much. I just wanted to own it in my collection, which I know sounds really silly, but I love supporting YouTubers. So that is why. That is it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun filming it for you. If you want to see more, just give me a thumbs up or let me know in the comments down below, because I have a lot more to go through my collection that I can share with you guys. I think the next video that I'm going to film is going to be an anti-haul, because I do get asked a lot of questions about certain products, if I'm going to buy them or not. So that will be next. So stay tuned, be subscribed. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!